just hear is loud, a hollow ringing bell. I listen for a sound I know too well. It's not the thunder outside or the rain against the glass. It's the echo of a moment that I know will never pass. Every stranger, every friend, they use the same three sounds. But their voices land like pebbles on cold and different grounds. They don't know the secret the map held in the tone. It wasn't just the letters, no, it wasn't the spelling. It was the lilt in your voice, the story you were telling. The pause before the first part, the whisper at the end. Catch a fragment, a hint of your refrain. I heard you say my number, confirming a date. Your casual goodbyes, I hung on to the fate. That one tiny clip survived, a treasure left behind, where the tenderness you had for me was easy still to find. But even those recorders, they sound faded and too fast. Like that golden era of us was never built to last. It wasn't just the letters, no, it wasn't the spelling. It was the lilt in your voice, the story you were telling. The pause before the first part, the whisper at the end. The way you said my name, it's a memory I defend. Now the world just uses it, a cold, empty request. But yours was a question mark, placed right upon my chest. It was the sound of belonging, a light I can't reclaim. God, I miss the way you used to say my name. I trade 1,000 Sundays, a million sunrises too, just for one more moment, hearing that sound from you. The way you'd slow it down, like it was your favorite line. A possessive, quiet reverence that used to make me shine. And now it's just a word again, anonymous and flat. And I'm trapped inside the ghost of where our love was at. They can call out for me in a crowd or on the street, but the echo of your version is the only one complete. My name, it just sounds like loneliness when you're not the one to blame for the way I still ache, for the way you said my name. The coffee's still hot, but the steam is gone. Just like the warmth of the early dawn. You left no note, no sound, just the heavy air in this empty space. I walk the halls and I whisper your name, trying to start a fire from the dying flame. And every echo that bounces back to me is a cruel reminder of what won't be. I'm standing here with 1,000 unsaid goodbyes, frozen on my tongue, reflected in these vacant eyes. Each word a shot of glass, a truth I couldn't speak. Now they're trapped inside the hollow where my heart should be. If I could trade tomorrow for just one last phone call, I'd tell you everything before I lost it all. But the line is dead, the message never sent, just silence for the love we couldn't mend. The photo frame on the bedside table shows a smile I know is now unstable. We planned out futures in whispered tones, you see, a careful tapestry woven, just you and me. I remember the fight, the cold and careless phrase, the stubborn pride of those last few days. I thought we had time, a calendar vast and deep, but promises are fragile when you're falling asleep. I'm standing all of 1,000 unsaid goodbyes, frozen on my tongue, reflected in these vacant eyes. Each word a shot of glass, a truth I couldn't speak. Now they're trapped inside the hollow where my heart should be. If I could trade tomorrow for just one last phone call, I'd tell you everything before I lost it all. But the line is dead, the message never sent, just silence for the love we couldn't mend. The hardest part is not that you are gone, it's knowing that my armor stayed too long. I held my peace when I should have been shouting, I saved my tears when the flood was routing. Now every dawn breaks like a cruel decree, the endless replay of what I should have said to set us free. I wish I told you I was wrong, I wish I told you I still belonged. The silence in this house is loud tonight. It echoes through the rooms where we once stood. I trace the lines of sunlight on the floor and find your face where memories now flood. I still set out 2 coffee cups each dawn, a habit my poor lonely heart can't break. look across the table and you're gone. For heaven's sake, how much can one soul take? You are my world, and my world just ended. The gravity is gone. I'm free falling through the dark. You were the frame on which my life was mended. Now just a fragile, empty question mark. The stars still burn, the seasons turn, I know. But tell me, how does the sun still shine when the one thing that made my whole life glow is no longer yours and no longer mine? I found a photograph beneath the bed, the one we took that rainy day in June. Your eyes held promises that now are dead, faded like whispers underneath the moon. We built a fortress strong against the tide of doubts and fears and all the winds of change. But somewhere in the dark, the walls gave way inside, and now you walk a path that's out of range. You are my world, and my world just ended. The gravity is gone. I'm free falling through the dark. You were the frame on which my life was mended. Now just a fragile, empty question mark. The stars still burn, the seasons turn out. But tell me, how does the sun still shine when the one thing that made my whole life glow is no longer yours and no longer mine? I don't regret a moment, not a touch. I only wish I'd held on just a little more. Maybe I loved you, darling, far too much. Now I am stranded on a barren shore. My compass spins, my anchor's been undone. I'm just a drifter with a map of tears. I'm running out of battles I have won, just counting up the empty passing is fading, just like you faded from my my sight, I whisper your name into the fading light. You were my world, you are my world, and I'm just standing here in the dark. We were the crescendo, the strings pulling high, a melody written beneath the blue-black sky. Every beat was a promise, every harmony true, a masterpiece composed just by me and by you. We hit every note, we held every grace. The standing ovation still rings in this place. But the music stopped suddenly, without a soft fade, and the final applause is the only sound I've made. Now it's the silence after the symphony, a cold hollow chamber where we used to be. The conductor's baton has fallen to the floor, and all I can hear is the slamming of the door. It's the space where the sound should be trembling and deep, just the sound of my lonely heart struggling to keep a beat. That reminds me the music was real, but this absolute quiet is all I can feel. They're folding the chairs up, they're turning out the light. The stage that we shared has surrendered tonight. I trace all the footsteps where we used to sway, trying to find the direction. You walked away. Was there a wrong key, a sudden mistake, a movement we missed that caused the whole thing to break? I replay the movements, the high and the low, but the reason quiet. The absolute quiet. Just the silence after the symphony. Keep your old coat hanging by the door, just for the shape it makes. A phantom curve of comfort from the vows that we had to break. And on the kitchen counter next to bills I never paid is the napkin where you sketched our future on a lonely rainy day. It's got a dotted line to forever, an X that marks the start, and a little handwritten label that says the home of my heart. I trace the ink with trembling hand. The coffee stain is old. It doesn't fade, it just gets worse. A story often told. Every street is clear, every landmark etched in paint. A perfect blueprint for life I'll never have again. It's the map to a place I can't go, where the gates are made of used to be, guarded by the ghost of you and the person that was me. It shows the road back to the day before the turning of the key. But there's no road out of this sorrow, and no bridge across the sea. I hold the directions right here, but the destination's locked down tight. Just a treasure chest of happiness I visit in the night. The coordinates are simple. Follow memories, faint light. Turn left at the laughter. Keep going through the dark, cold fight. The highway signs are painted with I love you and stay near. But the asphalt ends abruptly, a sudden drop into the clear. Realization that the road was one way from the moment we first kissed. And that final stop sign meant the future ceased to exist. I trace the ink The alarm clock died 3 days ago, but I don't set the time. The window blinds are drawn against the world, and every single sign that morning came, that people move, that life goes on outside. I only know the darkness now, the hollow way you hide. The coffee's cold, the phone is off, the silence is a scream, and all I chase are fading ghosts within a broken dream. I'm sleeping through the daylight just to find you in the dark, 'cause that's the only place your memory leaves its tender mark. I trade the sun for shadow and the promise of the day, for hours where your phantom touch hasn't quite slipped away. I'm sleeping through the daylight till the morning star is gone, hoping when I finally wake, I'll find I slept you wrong. The scent of you still clings to this old pillow by my head, a cruel sweet lie that whispers back the things you never said. I trace the lines upon the sheet where our two bodies lay. Now every wrinkle holds a memory you carried when you went away. I hear the neighbors laugh sometimes, a sound that feels so far, like music from another planet, past a lonely dying star. I'm sleeping through the daylight just to find you in the dark, 'cause that's the only place your memory leaves its tender mark. I trade the sun for shadow and the promise of the day, for hours where your phantom touch hasn't quite slipped away. I'm sleeping through the daylight till the morning star is gone, hoping when I finally wake, I'll find I slept you wrong. They say that time will heal this wound, that sunlight makes things clear, but every shaft of light just shows the absence you left here. So let me keep the curtains closed, let the world believe I'm fine. If losing consciousness is the closest I get to making you still I'm sleeping through the daylight just to find you in the dark, 'cause that's the only place your memory leaves its tender mark. I trade the sun for shadow and the promise of the day, for hours where your phantom touch hasn't quite slipped away. I'm sleeping through the daylight till the morning star is gone, hoping when I finally wake, I'll find I slept you wrong, slept you wrong, just for a little longer. The night is coming back, and I can close my eyes.